Hey guys, welcome back, it's Matt here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the TWS i500s. These are probably the best AirPod clones I've ever used or experienced. They're pretty much exactly the same dimensions, the same weight, the same feeling in the hand, the same finish. Everything looks pretty much as it should, and honestly, they actually sound pretty much just as good as the real deal. So taking a look at the box, it pretty much looks like the standard AirPod box until you open it, and then you see all the cheap plastic and cardboard and also the really crappy cable that comes with it, which is especially bad, but you know, it does work, so that's pretty good, but I don't know if I trust it with my actual iPhone. And then last in the box is this really sketchy looking instruction manual, which has some Chinese writing on the front. So definitely not your usual expectation for AirPods, so that's the immediate throw off. And the cable's a bit chunkier and just cheap looking than the standard one. However, when you actually go ahead and open up the AirPods, the lid feels a tiny bit lighter than usual, but pretty much unnoticeable. But it pops up on the iPad, it pretty much thinks it's the actual AirPods, and when you go ahead and connect, it's going to ask you to hold the button on the back. You simply go ahead and hold it for 5 seconds, and it will go ahead and connect. It shows the battery life of the case and the AirPods, and you can simply go ahead and remove them. Even when removing them, it seems to know that you're taking them out of the case, and from there you can just go ahead and put them in and start listening to your music. But let's take a close look at the case, because pretty much it looks exactly the same as the AirPod case. The only slight giveaway is that the font on the back is a tiny bit darker than the original, and also the actual hinge is just plastic with a chrome paint rather than actual metal. But looking at it, holding it, it pretty much feels the same as the real deal, especially when you take the AirPods out the case. The only slight giveaway for me is the lid, but it's almost there. It has that snap, and obviously these are based off of the AirPods 2, so they have the small LED on the front, which means that they do also wirelessly charge. In terms of battery life, they have 15 hours of battery life, 4 hours of listening time in one charge, and then you can go ahead and recharge them from the case, pretty much just like the originals. But as you can see, taking a closer look, it's the exact dimensions of the real AirPods. It feels the same. It actually sounds the same, except it's a tad bit more bassy, but you have all the same sort of feeling and the sound, and you even have the ability to pause audio when taking the AirPod out of your ear, which is especially really cool. And if you're curious about range and things like that, it's pretty good. It's almost on par with the real deal. So only slight giveaway is that, again, the font is a little bit more bold than usual. It's kind of like a darker color, but you still have your fake serial number, which did seem to verify on the Apple website, but it seemed to say that it was out of warranty. So I don't know if it's like a copy of someone else's serial code, but I was pretty amazed by that. But yeah, from a distance, or even when people are up close with these, if they haven't actually used AirPods before, they're pretty much going to think that it is the real AirPods. If you're curious, they do price in at $50 or £38, which is really, really cheap compared to the real ones. So possibly, if you don't want to spend that extra money and you want something really similar, then this might be a good buy for you. But yeah, they fit in my ear great. It depends how the real AirPods fit in your ear. They can get a little bit uncomfy over time because there's no rubber or anything. And obviously there's not the greatest seal because they're just open and exposed. So if you crank the volume up to maximum, you can totally hear it from the other side of the room. In terms of gestures, I found that some of them work, like the double tap for Siri, the play pause, the skip track. I could not get the volume to work, which they specified on their website, simply by swiping up and down the stem. Definitely didn't work for me. On the odd occasion it would work once or twice, but other than that, I found it pretty unreliable. But if you're looking for a pair of fake AirPods and you don't want the cheapest pair out there, you want something that sounds and looks really decent, then this might be worth keeping in mind. I will leave all the links down below, and I would personally say these are pretty spectacular. They did a really good job with these. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and peace out.
My own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in